The last video showed how to make static pages for your site. Now I'll explain how to add posts. Pages and posts are almost the same thing. The main difference is that pages usually stay in one place, while posts are usually used for blogs, where new blog posts push older ones down the list, which keeps your site fresh and interesting.
Let's create some posts now so you can see exactly how this works.
Click Posts, and then Add New. Enter a title for your post. And just like with pages, this is a great place to use the keywords we discussed in video 1. Add any content you want. I'll copy and paste some text that I wrote earlier. Now, I'll point out the differences between pages and posts. First, I promised to explain the Insert Read More tag button. So, I'll publish this post and show you what happens to my blog when I don't use the button.
The first thing I'd like to point out is the web address. Remember in the last video when we set up permalinks and we chose a custom structure and added a keyword? Well, here it is, just like I promised. That's just for the benefit of search engines, and your site visitors probably won't notice. Next, see how this post takes up the whole page?
If visitors want to see the next post, they have to scroll all the way past this one. Now let's see what happens when I use the Insert Read More button. I simply position the cursor where I want the excerpt to end, then click the button. Now, when I reload this page, it breaks right where I told it to and adds a Read More hyperlink here. That's a lot more user-friendly, and it helps visitors quickly find and read posts that interest them. Sometimes you may write a post that you don't want to appear until later. You can automate that by clicking Edit next to Publish Immediately. Type in the date and time you want. Click OK, then click Schedule instead of the usual Publish to make the post appear at the appointed time. The only other differences between pages and posts can be found here along the right side of the page. Format lets you choose what type of post this will be, which may change its appearance when visitors view it on your blog, depending on your theme. Let's see how my current theme handles it. You already saw what the standard posts look like, so I'll change it to an aside and click Update. With this theme, only two things changed. First, the title disappeared, which clearly de-emphasizes this post, right?
Second, the background color changed just slightly.
Other themes may change the appearance a lot more than this. Some options like quote and link remove the post title, and others don't. Again, just play around with the options to see what works best for your site. Now these next two boxes, categories and tags, are very useful for SEO, so I'll explain them in the next video. You can set a featured image for a post by clicking here. Does this screen look familiar? This is the Media Library and Upload Files screen that I introduced you to in the last video. Here's the image we uploaded, but I'll upload a new image. So I click Upload Files and select a new file. Now let's see how this theme displays featured images. I just click Update and check back on my site. Well, that's impressive. Some themes only display small thumbnail images, and some don't display featured images at all. Before we finish up this video about creating posts, how about if I show you how to add various other types of media? Also note that the same thing I am teaching in here apply to pages. Let's start with an audio file, like a podcast for your site. First, you'll want to save your audio recording in MP3 format, which compresses the file to make it a smaller, faster download, but still retains good quality for general use. Then upload it just like an image. Let's add a new post. I'll name this Spaghetti and Meatballs Podcast. And then I'll click the Add Media button to upload an MP3 I recorded earlier. Now I'll update the info for SEO purposes. Choose the default option of Embed Media Player if you want visitors to be able to play the sound directly from the page or post rather than making them download it first. Click Insert into Post, and see, it includes a nice little audio player right where my cursor was. I wrote out the script for my podcast to help me read it more smoothly, and I'll paste that into this post so search engines can read it, or in case some visitors would rather read it than listen to my voice. I'll set this as an audio format post. Also, I will put the Insert Read More button here. Now I'll publish this post and refresh the page. See how this new post appears above the older one? That's pretty great, right? But what about adding video to your site? You can upload it directly to your WordPress server, just like an image or audio recording. But the most common way to embed video is to upload it to video sites like YouTube or Vimeo. Then simply add the video web address to your post or page. Let's do that right now. Just copy this address, and we'll paste it into a new post. I'll change the format type to video. I'll paste the video transcript for SEO. And let's see how this post looks. Nice. Visitors can now just play the video directly from this page. The same thing works for videos on Vimeo.com. You can also upload PDFs or other documents and embed them in your page or post. So I'll go back to my podcast and make it so people can download the script. It works the same way as adding any media. Just have the cursor where you want it to show up and upload media, then select the PDF from my computer and click Insert into Post. Notice how the title of the PDF shows up and is underlined. When visitors click the document title, it downloads to their computer or opens in a PDF reader, depending on their browser settings. You now know enough about pages, posts, and media to consider yourself fully competent at adding WordPress content. Not bad. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Watch the next video to learn about those two very useful boxes we skipped earlier, categories and tags, to help boost your site's SEO. We'll see you then.